This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Go for pod.
We are Go for Pod.
Go for pod with Rove Mcmanus. Hello, Rove.
Hey, Rove. Sorry, just reading a text from my mum. You nailed that. Very entertaining, even from a non-wrestling fan who thought the married couple were brother and sister. In a reference to something we talked about earlier. So there you go.
Who are we talking about for the people listening to the podcast?
Listening to the podcast as if you didn't know because you saw it in the subject heading, show notes. Today, World Heavyweight Champion of WWE, Seth freaking Rollins.
Yep.
And his real-life partner, the man Becky Lynch, who are in town for the Elimination Chamber on Saturday.
And you got carried away.
Also,
I got very excited.
Also on
Guys,
the
how
show.
was I? How was
You were so great.
I don't care about the rest of the show, Nathan.
Well, I was just going to say, the only people they really should be fighting is Jack from Married at First Sight, who was on our show as well.
Oh, my goodness. One of the greatest interviews you will ever hear is these three tearing Jack a new one over his
you guys
muscle
did
comment.
I stood back. I reckon you guys did a great job.
Yeah, because you like it.
No, much better things to do. But I loved the way you kicked it off as well. By it was great.
Okay, great.
Must listen.
Rove.
And also, at the risk of making Harry talk, there was a technical meltdown.
There was a major malfunction here, wasn't there?
Yeah. And then there was an emotional
We
breakdown.
handled it pretty well. I thought.
Okay. Have you learned anything more about wrestlers?
I have. I didn't know they were partners. I think that's what everyone learnt today, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wow, that's the big takeaway. Wrestlers get married.
Do you like Harry's mustache? We have given him the challenge to do the full Magnum PI. What do you think? He's getting there.
I reckon it's pretty good. As a guy who can't grow a mustache, I think
Is
it's
that a
pretty good.
Mcmanus thing? Because Sean can't either.
No, I think that's
Just a fresh face.
But all the women from the family have a super hairy back.
If you look at I was going to go somewhere else, but we'll leave it at that.
Well, you can't deny that.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's a podcast today. There you go.
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
This is Nathan, Nat and Sean. Here we go.
We have fun. Big rating show, eh? Obviously. You can turn it off or go home.
And
3 past 6. Nathan, Nat and Sean. Harry was like counting us down like we were professional or something, and we were all horrified.
All over in the TV industry.
It's like you're in Houston and you're launching the shuttle.
It felt good. I'm not gonna lie.
it's good.
What's brought this on?
So no, just bring some new energy to a Thursday, I thought.
Oh, yeah.
And you have.
Not Thursday. It's a Sunday.
Doing the show in a park on a Tuesday has really thrown us.
Well, that's a Friday thing. And then when yesterday our bodies said it was a Saturday and today's a Sunday, and my body is...
Oh, no, that means tomorrow's Monday.
I swear my body is angry.
Does that mean tonight you're going to get the Sunday scaries and be...
I know, Nat.
Tomorrow's a Monday.
I know.
Saturday's going to be a Tuesday for you, and then it's the last day of the week.
How do we do a hard reset?
When does it ever go?
How do we do a hard reset? That's a great question.
I need to get like a pin and, you know, that little hole in the back of your modem and just like press it in there and hard reset
That's
myself.
Alt Control Delete, is that on the panel there, Harry?
Factory settings. Big day today.
Oh, my gosh.
We have some
wrestling fans.
WWE superstars joining us here in the studio after 8 o'clock, and also wrestling superfan of Rove Mcmanus.
That's right.
Loves
Joining
it.
us today will be Becky, the man, Lynch, and Seth freaking Rollins.
Seth is the current heavyweight champion.
And,
know.
and
Becky's
they are
his
a
wife.
couple. Yeah.
Because his wife.
She's Irish, so that'll be good.
We all went on Wikipedia, hey?
That's all I know.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
We haven't really talked about this yet, but I know that everyone is feeling a certain way about it. I think that way is rage. And this is about the CEO situation at Woolworths with Brad Banducci. He has stepped down since the infamous Four Corners interview where he was sledging Rod Sims, the former head of the ACC. I mean, you had to have heard it now, but it's really enjoyable to listen to.
Rod Sims, the former head of the ACCC, says that we have one of the most concentrated supermarkets in the world. Is he lying?
It's not true.
His words are that
Retired.
I don't think you would impugn his integrity and his understanding of competition law.
I'm just saying the world has got much more competitive since the terrific initiatives that were put in place back in whatever it was, 2008-9.
He retired 18 months ago. He's not...
Okay, can we take that out? Is that okay?
Sorry, let's just keep going.
Are we going to...
Sorry, what are you unhappy with?
I shouldn't have said that about Rod about him being
Well,
retired.
you did say it,
Yeah,
and
I mean, he is retired, but I shouldn't have said that.
well, I mean, we're on the record. Let's move on. But yeah,
Yeah, no, I think I'm done, guys.
So,
and he walked out.
Yeah.
that is what we refer to in the industry as a car crash interview.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or a train wreck.
Yeah,
You could call it a
he
train
tried
wreck.
to get himself back in there, but he had no chance.
Unbelievable.
So he just moved on.
So anyway, apparently Woolworths have come out and said that no, he was because he stepped down, and I was saying no, this has been planned for months.
Why would
If
you put
months
him up
means hours, no
for
worries.
a Four Corners interview then?
Well, today's Sunday, remember?
Yeah, it is Sunday.
Things
Yeah.
happen.
So Amanda Bardwell is set to replace him. She's worked for the Woolworths Group for 23 years. So she's been the head of marketing and all that sort of jazz. By the way, he leaves with a $23 million pay packet, like
Yeah, because you get
package.
because when you get those gigs, apart from getting paid a truckload, they give you the shares and stuff like that. That's fine.
The trust is broken from all Australians, and it has been for a while, and this is just, I think this just solidifies that, because we all know that the prices jumped up during COVID, and now suddenly we are all begrudgingly used to paying these ridiculously high prices. They blame COVID, the war on Ukraine, and then suddenly the prices have never come down.
So we were sold on those two because we knew that was reality at the time.
Was true,
at the time. And then it was only recently, Nat, and you'd be aware of this, when the farmers started going, hang about, you're selling our meat.
I was talking to my dad about this the other day. He's a beef farmer, and he said that the price of beef has gone down dramatically. It's the same with lamb as well. Yeah. And yet the price in the supermarkets has not reflected that. And you go, which means the gap has broadened. They're just profiteering.
Yeah. So we wouldn't have known this until some of the media outlets started really honing in on that, and then it becomes a thing. So as I said, I'm like the Brian Morris, so I'm at the shops all the time. But
to get the specials,
now they've got the sale price on, say, lamb at the moment, and you're going, no, that's just the normal price that we should have been paying in the first place.
But not just that, all these sale prices that they put on there, like bargain, you pull up that bloody yellow tag and have a look, and it's the same price underneath.
Or it's a cent or two different.
Yeah, so they're just lying. I do think the trust is broken because of the cost of living at the moment. No one can even afford to go. A lot of people are just going there. The amount of calculators you're seeing, or people, adding up on their phones. So this new CEO that's coming in, I don't know anything about her, but I don't trust her either. I don't trust...
Well, it's the system, I think, rather than the people.
I don't trust the person standing up there and saying, no, everything's fine, because you know what? And there's an article today out about how much pensioners are struggling right now, the things that they are missing out on.
They're having to make critical choices about what they eat.
You as a company saying that you care about Australia, and this goes for Coles as well.
Yeah.
For you saying that...
That's the problem with the duopoly. Is that
it's unfair to really pinpoint it on one.
Yeah, they have a stranglehold over the market, and it's almost impenetrable, basically. But, the alternative to that is that we have to change our shopping habits and start shopping like at farmers markets, or using services that go direct to the producers and things like that. But it's like, that's time consuming, and the convenience
and
is
it could be more expensive as well.
Yeah.
It could, and also you're paying expensive amounts of fuel to get around the place.
Right.
I mean, it all settles in. I just don't
That's part of the problem.
I just wonder if this probe or inquiry that the government is doing, it's actually going to change anything.
I don't think it did with the banking world. It made it really hard. It made it harder for people to get loans, because they used to lend money out all the time to go, beauty, because we're going to get heaps back. I'm not sure if it will, Nath. Here's the thing, though. If you're the companies that are Woolworths and Coles, they've got shareholders, and the CEO that was put in place here now's moved on, lost his gig. Their job is to make as much money as possible, and they're judged on that kind of stuff. So if it wasn't food, like some of the other retailers are doing other things, and they're just gouging us left, right, and centre. Does it make it? Does it make a difference?
It does, Sean, because we need food to eat and survive.
Do they have to, go on a different moral code to everybody else as well?
I would think so.
Of course they would have to. I mean, this is where people go and get their staples. You know, this is where everybody goes. You might have different spending habits here and there, different hobbies or whatever, but we all need food and drink. And that's where we're going for it. I just think it's disgusting, and I feel like a lot of companies, huge companies like this, have thought, well, they're used to paying the prices. For the last few years, they're used to it. We're not used to it. Everyone still thinks it's bloody expensive. I would like to do a challenge for us. I would like to see, because the only way that you can get a reaction from this if you don't trust the government's going to get down to the bottom of it, is to not shop there. And I'm not saying boycott. You know, if you want to shop there, you do that.
Look
That's the
at
only way.
alternatives.
That's the only way.
There's no Aldi near me. There's no IGA near me. There's no like Foodworks or Farmer Jack's near me. Like I would have to go to a small. I already buy all my fresh fruit and stuff from a different place, like a fresh fruit place. And that's expensive. But I choose to do it. But Woolies, to get your groceries, there's nowhere else near me to do it.
Yeah.
I would have to drive a long way to do it.
So here's the deal.
I drive to South Freo, to that one.
And I feel like our outrage that we're all feeling, I think that gets heavily outweighed by our laziness and also how
busy we are. It's the convenience
as well.
Yeah.
True.
But do you think that we could challenge ourselves over the next week or so, like, to try and do what they're telling you to do, and that is to try and go to little independent places and do your shopping there?
I think...
could you do it?
I can only speak for me. It'd be impossible for me because I've got a family of, there's 5 other people in my joint, if not more, on a daily basis. So to go to Woolies and Coles and do those mass shops, it's easier. And whilst I'm in there, Nathan, I'm outraged, but I'm still there, which is not really teaching anyone anything, is it?
So that's the thing. So we know what will get traction in this, and that is the loss of customers. But yet we're all stuck because it is a duopoly.
I know. There's a good grocer planned for down the road for me, but it's not going to be built till the end of the year, and I'm like hanging out for that because I'll go there.
Yeah,
for sure. But
Farmer Jacks are amazing too as well. Yeah. They're brilliant, and good grocers are. Every time you go in there, they're so impressive.
I think it'd be easier individually for you guys because you're just getting a small amount each time. I'm wondering for the families out there that I don't think they can.
And Aldi is the obvious solution, but it's a German-owned company, so then you're like, well, is that better or not?
Yeah.
Like price-wise, yes, but is that better long-term for the country? I don't know.
But Sean is right. We just need 7 sausages, just one each
one
day.
For
you're not going to get 7 because you put them in 2. You're not going to have one individual sausage by itself.
If I want some rocket, it's just the mini $2 pack.
Yeah, that's right.
It's 80 grams, by the way. I checked it.
It's 80 grams. We're just those sad people. Like sometimes, I get a trolley to feel like I'm part of it. Not really. All I need is a basket.
Just a basket.
Yeah, everyone. I have someone at home too.
We don't know what the solution is.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat, and Sean.
Shut up and drive. Thirsty Camels. 10K.
Drive through.
Win 10 grand with Nathan, Nat, and Sean at our Thirsty Camel 10K drive-through at the Landing in Alkimos. Shop the way you want and save big bucks in-store and online at the Camel.
One of these fine people is about to score a spot in our Thirsty Camel 10K drive-through at the Landing in Alkimos next Friday.
I know. Amazing. Pretty good.
Will it be Lisa or Jason? We'll start with you, Lisa. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Lisa, as you know, there's a twist this year and you're going to have to bring a Smartie along to put in your passenger seat to join in. Now, do you have someone that fills that bill?
Yep. I've got a Smartie, for sure.
Oh, good. That's good to know.
Yeah. You're going against Jason from Pearsall. Hey, Jace.
How you going?
Yeah, good, Jace.
Good, Jace.
Do you already know who'll be in your passenger seat, Jace, helping you?
Yeah, I've got a fair idea.
Yeah.
Don't tell us who it is.
Yeah, keep it to yourself.
Whatever you do, Jace, keep it close to your chest. That'd be a good comeback.
Comeback.
Okay, you got to qualify first, though. So we are about to have a little bit of a trivia off. We're going to ask you 5 questions. If you know the answer, buzz in with your name. You get it right, you take the point for that round. Get it wrong, we'll give your opponent a crack at it. Best of 5. May the best team win. Let's just test your buzzers. Lisa. Jason.
Jason.
Nice.
Here we go.
We're loving your energy, Jason.
I love it. I want to bottle it up. It's like a can of mother to me. Right. In which European city will the Olympic Summer Games of 2024 take place?
Lisa. Is that Paris?
It is, Lise. Well done. You're on the board.
Yeah. Jason, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Lisa leads
1-0. Here we go. Question number 2. A common motivational phrase is go hard or go...
Jason.
Go hard or go home.
It is.
Nice. Come back.
Yes, Jason.
Well done. Jason's tied it up. It's 1-1.
Loves the horn too,
Here we go.
the
Question
guy.
number 3. Adele, Oasis, Eminem, Lionel Richie and Beyonce have all recorded songs sharing the same one-word title. What's the title?
Jason.
Jason?
Hello.
Hello, Jason.
Yes. No,
Jason.
Adele songs.
What are we up to?
Jason leads 2-1. That was question 3.
All right. How many minutes after 9:15 is 10:45?
Jason.
Jason?
90.
Jason.
Oh, how's the maths on the big guy?
That would have taken me a second.
Yeah.
Jason,
are you good at math?
Nathan?
What?
Jason's 1.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Jace, what do you do for a gig?
I'm the head of mathematics.
Are you really?
Yeah, I am, yeah.
No, serious. Honestly, yeah. Okay.
All right, well.
And he's talking about the world. He's the head of mathematics
in the world. Yeah, that's right.
So Stephen Hawking would have been no.
No, that's right. He's got had him on speed dial. Jason, you and your smart mate are coming to our Thirsty Camel 10K drive-through at the Landing in Alkimos, where somebody will win $10,000. And I'm saying you're firming as a favourite,
Jason, do you have are you going to bring a person that's smarter than you?
I'll probably try to bring my cousin. He was about 20th in the state when he did his ATAR, so yeah,
Jace, some good genes there.
Oh, my God.
Jace, you've also scored a cheeky $150 to spend at Thirsty Camel as well, Jace.
Oh, lovely. Thank you very much.
Don't kill those brain cells till afterwards.
Well, everybody that's listening right now that wants to be in a chance with this $10,000, you have just heard your competition.
That's right. I mean, the questions aren't all going to be maths, though.
So, no, they're not.
Doesn't matter, though. There's intelligence there.
Yeah,
and the ATAR person, come on.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
So, Married at First Sight, dinner party last night.
It was on.
It went well and nothing happened. Nothing to report.
It was on and starring Jack. So there was a bit of a kerfuffle. Apparently, Jack said to Jono that he wasn't attracted to Tori, and if there's a couple swap, then a guy gets to sleep with Tori.
Yeah.
And then Lauren goes in. She goes, "No, you can't be saying that." And anyway, then this happened.
We talk about everyone's relationships. I would never go home and say something to my wife that I don't need to say.
Don't come at him.
We all have. I'm not talking to you, Lauren. Shut your mouth. Can you muzzle your woman? They can't get a word in because you will not shut your mouth.
Don't talk to her like that, man.
She needs it.
Put a muzzle on your girl. Wow.
Oh, Jack. Muzzle your woman.
Oh, guys, thank you. Thank you so much for that this morning. I needed that.
Jack.
How many times have you heard that this morning, Jack?
Oh, about 8.
Yeah. Hey, Jack, so this is... I'm at the stage... I mean, firstly, saying that's terrible, you know that. But...
Hang on, does he? Do you know that?
Oh, 100%. It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Yeah. But this is where I am with this. And we're going to... I mean, people will want to hear us hold you accountable. But where I am with maths right now, we've watched every season. And you have been cast to do exactly what you're doing. The experts knew exactly who you were when they put you in there.
Experts put him in there.
Well, the producers.
Please.
Yeah, well said.
The producers knew exactly what to do. You weren't hiding what you were into and what your thoughts were and values were because we've seen the pre-packages of them interviewing you. So how do you feel being cast as somebody who you are, whether people agree with it or not, and then being hung out to dry like you're a monster when they knew what they had cast?
Look, it's the way you've asked that's a bit tricky. I mean, I am who I am. I know who I am. And to my core, my family, my friends and family, and Tori herself, like, I am a good guy. I like helping people. I like laughing with people and making people feel better. And I own my shit. That is the first thing I do. And I do not blame anyone. I'm not going to throw edit. I'm not going to throw production. It is me. I'm talking. That is my visual. I'm owning my shit, and that's maths for you. You go into this pressure cooker environment. It's hot, it's heavy, it's loaded. You're getting poked and prodded. You're sleep deprived. You're hungry. You have characters like Lauren, who are brilliant for TV, who are very demonstrative, very loud. They come for you. So they want to unpack your relationship, and if they want to attack you in a certain way at the dinner party, that's what they do. And I'm going to treat people with the same respect they treat me, and that's what you can see last night.
Well, what we also... one of the things.
I don't know about that, Jack.
Muzzle
your woman. First of all,
but he's saying that he just, what he said come out of his mouth is wrong.
Yeah, no, but that it comes from somewhere. Like, it wasn't like the words just dropped down from the sky. Muzzle, when you're saying to somebody, muzzle your woman, and rather than saying, Lauren, please don't speak to me that way.
Yeah, Jack.
There's an inference there.
Yeah, okay. So that's not the first thing that comes out of my mouth. Obviously, you see what you see on the TV, and that's what we can discuss. But, that went on and on and on. So I don't conduct myself on a day-to-day. A regular functioning Jack does not say or make a comment like that. I was a broken man. Credit to Lauren. She poked me enough and I cracked.
Yeah, so but Jack, we are only commenting on what we see, and we know what happens in the editing room. But whether saying muzzle your woman at the start or the end, either you've got it in you to say it or not. And
there's
that's
a core belief there.
And I believe that all the packages we've seen of you basically sort of talk about how you want a woman to be subservient to you, to be, for you to be in control, and that is misogynistic. And when you say something like muzzle your woman, that ties into that whole thing. I mean, So that's why Natalie is asking about the origin. You're saying you apologise for doing it,
and that the man is responsible for for controlling his woman, as you're saying.
But you were cast to be exactly who you are, and them all acting shocked, John Aiken and the rest, all acting shocked about what coming out of your mouth. They all knew exactly what was going to be coming out of your mouth because that's the person that they cast on this show. Whether someone like you should be on TV because it triggers so many women is a different question.
Right. I agree with that.
Yeah, okay. I understand. Yeah, maybe you need to chat to the experts then about who they're casting.
Well, I mean, but this is what it is. Again. If you put in people that are matched together, you're not going to get the viewing numbers that they're going to get.
Well, on that, Jack, why did you want to be on it in the first place? Because we know this is the situation you find yourself in today. And we're having those conversations in the paper, Daily Mail, all the articles about you, and people have already come up with their own ideas of who you are, right? So why the hell would you want to go on this show in the first place?
Look, first, obviously I've seen the show, and one couple might make it out, and so maybe there's a 10% strike rate that you do find love. Yeah. Maybe that's me. Maybe I find love, and maybe that's worth it. Beyond that, I got a very fulfilling life. I got great friends and family, very happy, very humble, very robust personality, and I thought, why not? I don't like to be boring. I don't like to move sideways. I probably was a little bit content with my life. At 34, I was previously engaged, and I probably did find myself a little bit content going sideways. So I thought, what better way to do it, to shake up my life and go on TV?
Now, now that you've seen it and you've seen the reaction to what's happened, do you look at that and go, maybe I need to think about the way that I behave and the way that I treat other people?
I think I need a good woman to keep me in check. That's what I think I need.
No. It needs to start from you.
Yeah, that's right. Don't make a woman have to control you.
Yeah, it needs to start from you.
I disagree. I think we all need someone good in our life, someone to compliment you and help you see the light. Like, I'm not perfect. I've got many, many flaws, and I'll be the first one to admit it. You've seen it on TV. And Tori, you think Tori took me home that night and said, well done, Jack, I'm proud of you? Hell no. She come home and said, if you ever speak like that again, I'm going to slap you. It's disgusting behaviour. And then it does. It makes me think twice. And Tori does compliment me, and she has made me a better person, 100%.
But it seems from what we're seeing is Tori's. You're cool with Tori as long as she sides with you. And that's not what marriage is about. Marriage is about being your two own people, and you can have conflict, and you can call someone out on their bullshit, because we haven't yet seen what you just talked about behind closed doors, Tori, addressing your behaviour. That's not on her.
And also, it's not a partner's job to call your behaviour.
No, when you're in a relationship, you've got to have somebody doing that.
I've been in a relationship. You shouldn't need that, and that's not their job.
That's reality.
If they're always having to call you on your behaviour, then that's not a healthy relationship.
It's not.
No, this is good chat, but it's not always. Mate, I'm not going to make that comment ever again. That's the first time I've ever made that comment. I don't know where it comes from.
I don't think it's the first time, Jack. Come on, mate.
Look. I've said other things, and maybe one day, I'll have a moment again. But I can tell you, rest assured, that I will not be making that comment again.
Okay? Yeah. But you've said it before, Jack. Come on,
Jack. Do you regret this going on the show?
I actually haven't. No, I got no regrets. I think it was a wild experience, a wild journey, and the show's intense. Like, I still feel grateful that I got on the show. One, because I met Tori, this amazing person. Stay tuned. And the show will make or break you. And if you don't have personal growth along the way, like, I like a challenge. I say in my backstory, I want to be challenged. And this show challenges you. I can tell you now, it's not the hardest thing I've done in my life. Life is tough. And you've got to grow with it. That's what makes you who you are. And I'm quite robust, quite resilient, and I know who I am. You guys are talking to me now. You're seeing this Jack character on TV, and it is me, but you're seeing 5% of me, you know?
Well, the thing about it as well, Jack, is I think the thing that confuses people, because we are seeing two different sides of you when the show is on, and I know that everything's edited, but there are the pieces where you're talking to camera where you've got your guard down, and that's where a lot of the real sort of misogynistic stuff is flying out of your mouth. But then suddenly, when you're in front of the group, you change the way that you're acting. You become a little bit more
refined.
Refined, and you're watching what you say. My question to you is, was it exhausting putting that act on the entire time? Because sometimes we see a glimpse of what I think is really you, guard down what you are and not worrying about what you want to say. Was it exhausting putting that act on in front of everybody? Because all I see really for the most of the time around a crowd not knowing you is what seems to be an act of trying to hide who you are.
It is exhausting. I wouldn't call it an act, no way. I think you hold yourself a certain way in different scenarios, and the way I hold myself in my safe space apartment with my wife in front of camera is absolutely different to the way I hold myself at the dinner parties or at the gym with the boys. Absolutely. Like, you go to a cocktail party, you dress a certain way, you drink nice wine, and you should be having mature conversation. You shouldn't be saying, you know, making silly comments and telling someone to muzzle it and all that. Again, regret it. Completely regretful.
But remember, that whole thing spanned off of the argument where, and Jono has said that you did say that if there was a couple swap, then it would be great if someone could sleep with Tori because you didn't want to. I believe Jono said that. And you lied and said that he didn't, and sort of tried to use your mateship to get him to back down, which he did, which was actually disgusting of him. So, like, you're not being honest in these scenarios. You're covering your own tracks because you don't want to get in the shit.
Well, I can add to that, and I can see your point, and if you've made your opinion, you believe Jono,
only of what we're saying, only from I'm saying,
And that is fine. I was there. I know what happened. So I actually didn't even make the comment to Jono. Me and Tori, and we did cover it on the show last night, they did air that. We have ridiculous banter. We have crazy, dark humour, and it's not for everyone. And me, Tim, who I'm really good mates with still today, and Tori, we had a really good relationship, us three. We were really good friends. We did have ridiculous banter. Tori used to say things to me of such, if I don't get home from the gym at 12 o'clock, you might find me in Tim's room because he's a cutie, you know? And Tim was in on this kind of banter, and we used to laugh about it all the time. So clarity to that joke was we were at the gym and I was in a safe space. I had a great relationship with Tim and Jono at that point in time. We're joking, we're venting, we're talking about all kinds of things, everyone's relationships. They're saying things to me, and we're talking about couple swap, and I made that joke because it's relevant to how me, Tori, and Tim do joke. And I said, if we haven't slept together, she might get to sleep with you because she thinks you're so hot. We all laugh. That was it. I went home, and me and Tori, we communicate all day. So I actually told her what I'd said to Tim that day, and she laughed. So, you know, she knew it was banter. I'd shared it with her before I even knew it was going to come up at a dinner party because that is the banter we did have. And
you shared it with her before the dinner party because you knew it was going to come out at the dinner party. Let's be honest.
I didn't.
Jack.
Mate,
come on, mate. You're on maths. You're on maths.
You're getting fooled. You are getting fooled. Watch. You're talking to me now. I'll shoot you straight.
Okay, go.
Shit. That comment was made to Tim. Nothing to do with Jono. And in that
so Jono's lying.
I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah. No. I'm letting you tell me. Yeah, I'm letting you tell me.
Why did he not say, like, the experts come in last night, they're chiming in on me. They're saying Jack's trying to deflect. Jack's trying to confuse people. What was confusing? I eyeballed Lauren when she was talking to me, and then I eyeballed Jono when he was talking to me. All I wanted him to do was admit that I have not said I'm not attracted to Tori. I have said we don't have a sexual connection. That is well covered. We're not having sex. I'm going to say I don't have that connection. However, I have said from day one, which Jono admits last night, that I am very attracted to Tori. I think she's stunning, and I've said that from day one. sorry you don't see it on TV, you know?
Yeah.
No worries, mate.
Well, you know what, Jack? You've been cast for what you were meant to be cast for, and next season they will cast another Jack.
Yeah.
So, you know.
The show is a juggernaut. It is very entertaining, and, I hope we're serving.
All right, Married at First Sight returns Sunday night, 7 o'clock on Channel 9. Thanks, Jack.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, buddy.
See you, mate.
Bye.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
What do you think, Ali, about Jack?
Yeah. I think they've got great media training, if I'm honest with you. He answered all the questions.
Oh, you did answer all the questions. Yeah.
I don't know.
This is the thing about these shows, and because I don't believe any of it, and like I see through it all now, and that's why a lot of people go, wow, why aren't you guys just attacking him like a rabid spider monkey? Because
I think you pushed it as far as you can push it. But I just...
But the reason why we talk about this, because there are so many women out there in reality that aren't on a reality TV show that have been jacked. And there has been a Jack in their life. And
Megan McManus is on the phone.
I reckon that's really unfair because I reckon it works both ways.
And you think, but Sean, you're right. There probably is a lot of guys out there that
there's some horrible blokes out there that do some really shit stuff, and equally there's some horrible women out there that do some shit stuff.
Yeah, but so what are you saying? That we
Jacks or Jackies?
Yeah, Jacks or Jackies?
Oh, the Jackies are going to come for me, aren't
we
they?
want to know. I mean, if that sort of scenario, and if you've been watching maths, rings true to you, and that's when you sort of show a mirror up to someone and then they, gaslight you and they're really misogynistic or whatever. What's the male version, the female version of misogynistic? Is there one? There isn't. It's just being a woman, isn't it? Just trying to get through life.
A woman being
would that be demasculating someone? That, I don't know. Anyway, if you've been jacked, ladies, or if you've been jackied, men, or men if you've been jacked, or ladies if you've been jackied.
We'll take Eddie.
However you identify.
Permutation.
Give us a call, 13 24 10, because this is why we discuss things like this after a show like Mass, because people do get triggered and they go, my God. We'll give somebody a bit of a relief, a bit of relaxation.
Yes, please.
4 tickets to Rooftop Movies plus $100 cash. Rooftop Movies are on again until April 27th, located on the roof of Rose Street Car Park. Check out all the details at rooftopmovies.com.au.
That's a bit of fun, isn't it?
We just had an interesting interview with Jack from Maths, and we were talking about how it triggers a lot of people seeing someone like that put on TV, especially when the future is possibly him making a whole lot of coin out of his not too great personality once he gets onto Instagram. But one person that was listening from season 5 of Maths is local girl Tracy Jewell. Hey, Tracy.
Hey, team. How's it going?
Good morning, Trace. Trace, what do you think about this? Because I said to Jack at the end of the interview, don't worry, Jack, they will cast another Jack next year.
Yeah. He's the Harrison of last year,
Yeah. What do you have to say about that?
Well, they're all like Dean 2.0s, really, aren't they?
Dean.
There you go.
They are. Yeah.
And, it was really obviously triggering for me to go through.
Yep.
I certainly didn't sign up to the show to be matched with someone like that.
Yep.
And I think, you're right. There's so many women watching this. It's like, at what expense is entertainment for all the women that are going to be triggered? Like, yes, it's entertaining, but at what cost? And for someone that was part of it, it is very damaging to be put in these situations with these type of guys.
Yeah. You know what would make a difference in this? Because you see the so-called experts watching the things pan out from another room. And we do know that sometimes is live. So they're actually there because I've seen them go in there. What would change this is if they walked in on these situations while they're having going, no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? and actually calling it out. They do a lot of that now at the commitment ceremonies where they'll actually refer to what's happened throughout the week. But, I just feel, I don't know.
There's not a lot of positivity coming out of watching it, Trace, when you're watching it, because you do get angry.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's just getting worse every season because they have to, up the ante.
Yeah. 100%.
And it's going, I think, in the wrong direction.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
But you said that. What's the game here?
Well, it's all about ratings.
It's about ratings.
The way they measure success of this show is how many people are watching it. And if they have to get more and more outrageous to do that, then they're going to do that without, as Tracy said, without care or consideration for the people that are matched with these guys.
Trace, knowing what you know now, would you ever go on Maths again?
Definitely not. I mean, I'm happily married now with a little one, so I definitely have now found love.
Yeah, it's lovely.
It was a traumatizing experience to watch it back and how I was treated. And, like, you know, life moves on, thank goodness.
Yes.
And I wish Dean all the best as well, but I just think it's unnecessary on a show like this.
Well, you know what it is? It's really the poor girl or guy that gets the mess that they have cast for ratings.
100%. That's right.
That is the cruelty.
Yeah,
that's the cruelty.
cruelty.
Even though I don't know, really, I question everyone's actual, you know, motivations for being there, because you can find love off TV. It's just that TV will make you famous.
Yes.
That's their bare crutch for it. But yeah, that's the thing. It's the cruelty of putting them next to some.
Tori seems like a lovely girl. Like she just seems like a great chick who deserves to have somebody that is not a walking red flag to me.
Well, every time.
Charles.
And as Nat said, like, yes, you're edited, but there is a belief in these men.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like, it's part of their personality. It is who they are to some kind of description, right? And that's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trace, thanks so much for calling in, Tracy Jewell.
Good to chat. It's been a long time.
I know.
Yes. Amazing.
All right, babe. Thank you so much. Great insight.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
We've had this man in here many times, but I've never seen him as up and about as he is today. Welcome back, Rove Mcmanus.
Let's get ready to rumble, everybody. We are on the road. Harry, cut everyone else's mics. We're on the road to WrestleMania. Elimination Chamber is just a few days away.
This is like Christmas for you.
It is. So we've got...
it's ice cream Christmas. It's if you had...
Yeah.
Well, we talked about Coke Spiders, that level, you know, because we used to have them at Grandma's. Nathan was big, had them in his household.
That's it.
That's
huge.
the level.
Yeah. So we've got Becky, the man Lynch, and Seth freaking Rollins coming in. The only way you could be more excited if they were to enter the room through a TARDIS.
Accurate.
I've just got the biggest smile on my face.
I've been welcomed at the door by Amy, the producer, and I went, I feel like... Have I won a competition? Am I a competition winner? I feel...
Rove,
like
we didn't even invite Rove. He just turned up.
I'm just here. I'm not even... I disguised myself as a construction worker to get in.
Well, Sean, and I was talking before, and I said to Sean, I don't think we, Natalie, Sean and myself, and our team realise how famous these two people that are coming in are.
Well, Seth is one of the two world champions at the moment.
Yeah.
So he's coming in. Becky is the first woman to have ever headlined WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Wow.
She is a legend in her own right.
So that was with Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey.
You can't say Charlotte Flair without saying, woo!
Well, there you go.
I'm sorry.
It's going to be so good.
Well, how's this? My daughter, Ruby, who's 10, my family is subjected to my love of wrestling. And I will always preface this by, when I go to watch, like saying, you don't have to be in the room. You can go do something else.
Yes.
But they kind of, via osmosis, it's on in the background for them as I watch it. But I didn't realise how much they're taking things in when I was with my mum yesterday, and my mum said, oh, so are you going to talk to the wrestlers tomorrow? And that's going to be exciting. They're brother and sister, aren't they? Oh. And my daughter, who is 10, has said, Grandma, they're married. That would be weird.
Yes. For some people, for only some people.
So not only is she aware of the characters, but she's also apparently aware of what's happening in their private life.
Osmosis is a powerful
How many times have you been to one of these fights? Have you been to many?
Fights is a very...
It's a loose term.
One of
these entertainment events.
These sports and entertainment events.
Yeah.
If the taxman's listening. It's... This will be number... I've been to enough. I've been to 2 WrestleManias.
I was going to say.
I've been to one of the super shows that they had in Melbourne.
Yep.
I've been to the live shows when they tour them. But this is a very big deal for Perth. This is one of their events that gets streamed around the world.
Yep.
This one it's an important last step to find out what's happening storyline-wise, where characters are headed towards WrestleMania, which is their grand final, which happens next month.
It would have been just after I started here at Nova, so about 20 years ago, maybe even 19 years ago. Was it the WWF then?
Yes. Yep.
The WWF came to Perth, and I was invited to...
I did get into a legal fight with the panda people. And lost. They lost.
Yes, so they came to town, and I wrestled the women in the ring.
Sure.
And they absolutely pummeled me. They broke my $300 sunglasses.
First for you?
Being pummeled by women.
Women in the ring?
It was really, actually.
Yeah, well, second.
And you know what? It's not for me.
But you've all experienced wrestlers before, right?
Yes, we've experienced wrestlers before.
Have we though?
Yes, we've had some wrestlers in before.
Not these
I haven't,
guys.
Rove. No, I haven't, because I've just lived it through you when you were jumping on stage. But we did
work had wrestlers. This can't be the first time you've all met wrestlers.
I think it's the first time we've had them in studio of this calibre.
Yeah. Well, all I know is when I was lining up at the back of stage and then I was lining up with all the wrestlers, I looked like a completely different species.
Nathan, Nat and Sean in podcast form.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Elimination Chamber.
Let's hear it for the best seats in the house. Thanks to Bankwest.
Here we go. It's a round of Elimination Chamber. Our 6 callers will battle to be the last person standing to win Bankwest. Best seats to see the WWE this Saturday. Rove Mcmanus is going
These
to
are
be
valued
there.
at about $800 a pop.
Hello.
So even if you're not the biggest fan in
That's
wrestling,
right. It's food and drinks.
And the atmosphere is going to be absolutely electric.
And if you want to see Rove Mcmanus losing his mind.
If you want to see a tiny man... Is my voice hoarse already? I feel like I've lost my voice
already. Were you torn at all between going to Rottnest to support your cousin doing his first solo swim and going to the Elimination Chamber?
Because I'm letting you know there will be both showing men in cock jocks.
Yes.
That's true.
Was there?
You will probably be wearing more, Sean, than anyone will be in that race.
Was there debate in your mind about where your loyalty
He'll
lay?
be fine. No, he'll be absolutely fine.
No brainer.
Not even for Luke, because he gave me nothing too.
We know what this is about. The Elimination Chamber. Our 6 callers will battle out to be the last man standing to win Bankwest best seats to see the WWE this Saturday.
Let's meet our contestant.
Yeah, Mel was the first cab off the rank. The ball is in her court. Good morning, Mel.
Morning, guys.
Hey, Mel.
Hey, Mel. Now, there are 5 other people just hanging around waiting to get into that Elimination Chamber. Let's meet them so you can make a smart decision about who you want to take on. First up, Robin from Banksia Grove. Hi, Robin.
Morning, guys.
Hi, Robin. Are you an intelligent woman, Robin?
I think it depends on the question on the day.
Perfect. That's all we can ask for.
Played that well.
Rose from Stirling. Hello, Rose.
Hi.
Do you know
Hi,
anything
Rose.
about the WWE, Rose?
No, but I think my son does. So hopefully he can help me out.
Okay, well,
see.
She's hopefully going to tag in.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Holly's in North Beach. Morning, Holly.
We should have done a tagging competition.
Good morning.
Hi, Holly.
Hey, Holly.
Are you a smart woman? Do you know things?
I feel like I could. We have to see.
Oh, I didn't hear a yes.
Cautious.
But okay, thanks, Holly. Good luck.
Cautiously optimistic.
We had someone yesterday, the winner actually, lie and say he was a WWE aficionado and he didn't know
wasn't.
anything.
No.
And he got through.
He just frightened everyone. But
He did.
Let's see.
What does the W stand for?
Which one?
Hello, Adam.
Hello.
Hey, Adam. Are you a WWE fan, Adam?
Yeah. I could say a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. That's all you need.
Who's your favourite wrestler?
Yeah, here we go. Who's your favourite?
Who's your favourite wrestler?
Mine? Oh, we've got to say Randy Orton.
Oh,
Randy.
yeah. He will be there on Saturday.
That's a name. He said a
He's
name.
not fighting, though, is he?
He is. He's in the chamber. He's a hot tip to possibly take it all and face Seth Rollins, who we will be talking to later today.
Yeah, that's
in
right.
the chamber. Nice hook.
And our final contestant is Annika from Thornley. Hello, Annika.
Hello, how you going?
Hi, Annika.
Annika, you've heard your competition. Are they nothing to you?
Oh, I don't know.
Annika, are you willing to wield a steel chair to take this out?
Yep.
Okay,
Absolutely.
okay, we're looking for. All right, there are your contestants, Mel. You need to choose between Robin, Rose, Holly, Adam and Annika about who you want to take on first. What do you reckon, Mel?
Who do you want?
Annika.
You're going to say
Annika.
Right, let's go.
Here's your questions.
Here we go. First of all, you need to buzz in with your name if you think you know the answer. If you get it
So
right,
Mel
you take
and
the round.
Annika, this is your question. I need to hear your name as a buzz in.
So we're going to test your buzzers.
Okay.
Mel,
Mel?
Annika,
Annika.
working well. If you get it wrong,
a lot of syllables
give
there,
the
Annika.
other person a crack
Be
at
quick.
it. All right, Rose.
This is a Dom Mysterio-related question. What hairstyle is known as business in the front, party in the back?
Annika.
Mullet.
It is a mullet, correct.
Annika, you've done it. Sorry, Mel.
Mel has been eliminated.
You are eliminated.
All right.
Yeah,
I didn't realise we had a thing.
We're just working our way through it.
Of course, there's production.
Neither does Harry
It's
sometimes.
always production.
Annika, you've got the power. You need to choose your next opponent. Is it Robin, Rose, Holly, or Adam?
Rose.
All
You can
right,
take
Rose. Rose.
Hi.
Hi, Rose.
Okay, Rose. Now, was it you who had the son that was interested in wrestling?
Yes.
Okay, this might be helpful. WWE wrestler Logan Paul arrived in Perth yesterday and was photographed on the tarmac with his championship belt, current US title holder, and a bottle of his energy drink, which is called what?
Rose.
Prime.
He is up.
Prime.
Annika, sorry.
Hit the thing, Harry.
Eliminated.
Right. Rose. Three more opponents
Our
remain.
announcer went for a walk outside. That was muted.
Rose, you can choose between Robin, Holly, or Adam. Who's it going to be?
Holly.
Holly it is.
Holly. Oh, this is an appropriate one. Okay. Holly Rose. The retired WWE champion, previously known as Hunter Hearst Helmsley, changed his wrestling name to Triple what?
Rose.
Alex. H.
Oh, that was very close.
Triple H, the big man, and he's in town too.
It's almost so simple, it's obvious.
I know.
You could have said 000, and I would not have allowed that. I thought that.
Sorry, Holly.
That's okay, thank you.
I know.
I hope, like, if Randy Orton gets eliminated from the chamber on Saturday, he goes, "Oh, that's all right, thank you." Like, just a bit of manners.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thanks. I'm so sorry for taking up your time.
I'm out of WrestleMania.
Yeah,
All right,
sorry.
Rose, we're down to 2. Do you want to take on Robin or Adam?
Adam.
Adam.
All
right,
now, Adam is apparently a fan, so here we go.
Great.
Adam, Rose. WWE star Charlotte Flair is the daughter of which wrestling legend?
Rose.
Adam. Oh, Adam. Not even
Rose.
close, mate.
Rose.
Yeah, sorry.
Quick.
Ric Flair.
You timed out.
Too late.
You timed out.
Your son wasn't Googling quick enough.
So Adam gets a crack at it. Adam, what's the answer?
Someone was calling me on the other line. Who was calling
Ric Flair is correct. I know
is Ric Flair, the Nature
Sorry,
Boy.
Rose.
Yes,
Sorry.
Yes, sir.
This is how it works, Rose. Well done,
Rose is out.
She was right in there, right to
So
the
now
end. Here it is.
It's Adam and Robin for the
Someone
final
called
round.
me.
I know.
No, we didn't hear that.
Why are you still on the line, Rose?
Is Rose in the walls? Was she now part of the studio?
Oh, spray and white won't do it.
We need Adam.
Okay.
Adam and Robin. Thanks, Harry.
Okay.
Thanks,
Adam,
Harry.
Robin, here we go. Thanks, Harry.
Okay, Harry.
Okay, here we go. Let's
Robin,
make it
Robin,
interesting.
are you ready? You ready, Robin?
Yep.
Okay.
Completely unrelated wrestling question.
The Chamber.
When sailing on a boat, what is the opposite of port?
Adam.
Adam for the win.
Robert.
Adam, you won 2 Banquet's best seats to WWE at Optus Stadium this Saturday, plus food and drinks are going to be included. Adam, it's going to be a big day. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Adam, who's your pick? Give me your picks. Who's going to win the men's? Who's going to win the women's chamber? Go.
I'm going to say I don't know anything on the women's chambers, and man, I haven't watched it for a couple of years.
Okay, great. Thanks, Adam. Enjoy the night. You're going to have a great time yelling.
I'm going to
is that?
go out on a limb and say Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch because they're in the studio in just a few minutes time.
Go them, Adam.
Adam, you're going to have a great day. Thanks, mate. Well played.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
We're having some major technical difficulties this morning.
So, Harry,
you know why?
Harry, what happened? What happened?
Okay. The comp we just did is hard enough to paddle as it is.
Yeah.
Then you lose complete control of the faders, the buttons, and the desk.
Right.
So
And I
nothing
wasn't-
was responding, and then even when our microphones were
I think
turned
there's,
off,
I think
they were
there's something
still
still
working.
wrong with my headphones because all I heard was where.
Yeah. It's a hard day's work.
We literally were just discussing whether, because we thought, well, we can't come back on air, whether we just take the wrestlers out to breakfast.
The wrestlers. You do not have a meltdown at this desk, Harry, on a day where the current reigning world heavyweight champion,
Harry.
Seth freaking Rollins.
Wow.
Fair enough.
They are going to be joining us shortly.
Yeah.
Hey, can I ask you a question, Rove?
Yes.
Was there any chance of The Rock being a part of this?
There was, and possibly still is. We don't know.
On. What is he on, Travis Kelce's jet? Like, come on.
I think that's, everyone thinks that's where it's gone to. He's known to be in Hawaii, so who knows?
That's a great point.
All right. I did see him with a friendship bracelet, so who knows?
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
The Elimination Chamber is taking place at Optus Stadium Saturday night. It's going to be going off its chops. Seth Rollins is the heavyweight champion. He joins us this morning with his wife, Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch.
Who is soon going to be the champion. In the Elimination Chamber and then take the title from...
If I may, Your Honour.
Yeah.
Yes.
You realise that you're here in Australia now. And when you're saying stuff like that about Rhea Ripley, the current women's world champion, this is her
gonna cry about
soil.
Are you going to cry about it?
I might be a Rhea crybaby.
I'm going to take her title.
How are you finding that?
But
because anywhere else in the world, everyone would go, yes, Becky Lynch, we want you to take out evil Rhea Ripley. But in Australia, it's a different story.
Yeah, well, look, here's the thing, right? You love Rhea Ripley over here.
We
right?
love our mummy. We love our mummy.
You love her so much. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to beat her so bad that she comes back here because she can't take it anymore. You
You want her to come back.
World heavyweight champion with that
I sure do. I sure do.
Are you guys hoping The Rock's going to come as well?
Nah.
Seth?
Yeah, right.
You'd be a big rock
you're
fan,
gonna get that big Hollywood star on a plane to come all the way down here?
We got Nicolas Cage
He
on,
ain't got the grapefruits for it, all right? He ain't got the grapefruits for it. That's
Seth, would you smash him anyway? I mean, you are the current champion.
Absolutely. No doubt about it.
Becky, could you smash The Rock?
Weird question.
Yeah, I am a married woman.
So the answer is yes.
You mentioned this recently on Monday Night Raw as well. It's difficult to be talking smack to The Rock when you have a child who is a fan of the movie Moana, which he is in.
Loves Maui. In fact,
Daddy's like, I'm going to smash Maui.
In fact, she makes Seth pretend to be Maui.
Controversial.
It is good fun until recently, and now it's painful. It's a painful exercise. You know?
At least you don't have to dress up like he's.
Can I just be hey?
At least he doesn't like the hit movie, The Tooth Fairy that he was in.
Yeah. I love that movie. Love it. Absolutely loved it.
It was when combining a tooth fairy with ice hockey. Was that right?
Ice hockey. Yeah, it was too.
Together at last.
Yeah. Huge.
How does that get past pitch stage?
I know, and it got made, and we watched it.
I'm glad. It's a hidden gem.
It's a very different time.
It's a hidden gem.
How are you feeling about coming all the way down to Australia, here in Perth, and getting this on? I've seen everybody smashing each other.
It's going to be great. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing any smashing.
I'm going to be doing the smashing.
Yeah, she's going to be doing the smashing. I am on the Grayson Waller effect. Which
another Aussie superstar doing very well.
You're very well versed. You know what's going on. I appreciate that.
But Grayson is doing very well. People would know him as Matty from Survivor.
Whoa, he was on Survivor?
He was on Survivor. Matty from Survivor.
Whoa, all right, good to know. All right.
There's a deep cut for you, Seth.
We will bring that up on the Waller effect. I'll be on there with Cody Rhodes. We got a nice little interview, I think, some big things to say, so that'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, my wife's going to be doing all the smashing. She's the one in the chamber.
But now, Seth, you will be watching the men's chamber because whoever wins that faces you
at WrestleMania.
That's right. Who are you looking at? Who do you think's going to take it out?
Is stacked.
It is stacked.
You got Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, LA Knight. Yeah, you got everybody. It's huge. I mean, any of those guys.
Who do you want to face?
I want to face Randy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
that'll be.
I owe him one. We had a WrestleMania matchup many moons ago. WrestleMania 31 in San Francisco. Now we're 9 years later. We're both in different places in our career. I think Seth Rollins versus Randy Orton on the marquee sounds beautiful to me.
Take it out of the WWE. Would normally in normal everyday life fighting a guy named Randy be intimidating?
Yeah. You've never seen Randy.
No, I've seen Randy.
But Nathan, the Randy you've seen is a very different type. It's a very different Randy.
Randy.
You and Randy were in a chamber once. The Randy you know.
We were. There's a lot of steam in that chamber.
Yes. With 5 other guys. It made sense. Now, Becky, this is your first time in a chamber match.
Yeah.
There's steel. For people who don't know, it's a steel cage with chain link sort of metal link wire around it. It's full on.
Is it electrified? Because that'd be great.
It's not Saturday yet. Who knows?
They don't give anybody any idea.
But like, there's a very good chance you can get hurt. Seth, you know exactly what's happening at the moment. How terrified are you about getting in there?
I ain't scared.
What do you mean? You could get hurt.
I'm scared.
Your lovely face could get hurt.
Ask her when she comes out of there how she's feeling. It's nice when you're going in. You're like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a lot of fun, and then you get in. I've been in a few. It hurts. It sucks. There is nothing fun about it.
Wow, that's like a flight from here to Sydney in economy.
Maybe though, Seth, Becky's tougher than you.
That's accurate. That's accurate.
But look, you don't feel anything when you're going out there because you've got your eyes on the prize and you know what you want and you know that it's going to be worth it in the end. And really, I'm not scared because the other people are going to take all the brutality. You know what I'm saying?
What to be scared of, right?
Yeah, exactly. They should be scared of me.
Becky, what's your signature move?
The rock bottom.
That is not awkward. Becky names it the manhandle slam.
Yes,
which I
there we
think
go.
is a nice take on it.
It's a rock bottom. Or the disarmer.
Didn't Ric Flair go you for the man when you started using the man?
Yeah, he came at me.
Yeah, so the man, it used to be Rick, the man Flair.
Nature Boy as well,
It was never really the man, Ric Flair. No. It was, he just said, to be the man, you got to beat the man. So he's the nature boy.
Yes.
I'm the man.
So what happened with that whole thing? So then suddenly you were like, I'm the man, and then he went you legally. Is that right?
Didn't come at me personally.
Yes, he went at the WWE.
Yeah, it's above my pay grade.
Yeah.
I just
and then they bought the rights off the man. Is that right?
I don't know what happened.
But
I'm just the man.
You are the man.
I just go around telling everybody I'm the man. I'm proving that I'm the man. That's all that I need to worry about.
Talking about the high stakes of the chamber, there is real legitimate opportunities to get hurt. Seth, you've hurt your knee.
I'm nursing an MCL
and where are you at with the chance of even being able to compete at WrestleMania at this point?
You don't got to worry about WrestleMania.
I do worry about you in WrestleMania.
I appreciate your concern. I've been down this road before with knee injuries. This ain't my first rodeo, but this one's good. We'll be ready soon, very soon.
Because for all people like to say about wrestling and the entertainment side of it, there is a very real physical side of it as well. If Rhea Ripley loses to Nia Jax on Saturday, it could be you and Nia Jax. And she has smashed your face before, Becky.
She did.
Take us through this moment where you became the man.
Yeah. Well, I was the man before that.
Sure,
but people say that was when I actually became
the man.
But
she smashed your nose. She broke your face.
She did. But do you remember what happened that night? I still got up and I beat the hell out of Ronda Rousey. And I was like unconscious on my feet.
But in that moment, you've got blood pouring out of your face.
Yeah.
She's got more.
Yeah. But I still beat the bejesus out of Ronda Rousey after all of that. So, there's nothing they can't
stop
they
her.
can throw at me that I can't come back from.
Wow. Was childbirth nothing to you? Was it like, did you just cough and the baby came out?
I didn't have any pain medication. I did it without an epidural.
Oh, you're there going, come on!
Yeah.
Women, man.
Really, the most painful part about it was we had this student nurse. She's very, very nice, but she just kept saying in this really high-pitched voice, every contraction is bringing you closer to your baby. And I was like, oh my God, shut up. That was it. That was
with your name on it.
Sharon's really living on the edge.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
We're not done yet in the house right now because Elimination Chamber PERTH takes place this Saturday at Optus Stadium.
My gosh.
There are still tickets available. Ticketmaster.com.au. It'll also be available to stream live on Binge. We've got Rove Mcmanus,
this
wrestling
is huge.
superfan.
People need to understand to have one of WWE's premium live events here on Aussie shores is massive. Absolutely huge. People overseas will be watching it at 2 a.m. But see how you like it.
I love it. Exactly.
See how you like it for it.
Yes, that is how I grew up too. Yeah.
Now let's talk
America.
a little bit about
Becky Lynch.
about Australia and how well Australia is doing in WWE. We've got a lot of big standout superstars that are coming from Australia. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, there's
how
a lot.
How are you finding it as an international yourself?
I think I always love when there's international talent. I think we already have that common bond, that commonality that we've had to leave our families and all of our friends behind to chase this dream, and it puts a bit of a chip on your shoulder because you really want to make it. You really want to prove that it's all worth it. I'm going to prove to Rhea Ripley that it's not.
Now, look, something I do like is the last 2 weeks actually on Raw, Becky, you've been cutting some great promos. You get into the ring and you talk some smack about all the other women in the chamber, how you're going to take out Rhea Ripley. Seth, you've been doing it as well with The Rock and Roman Reigns. You will get the biggest potty mouth if you need to. But it's easy to do when what you're doing is talking smack about an opponent. But I would like to see if you can do that about just everyday stuff.
Oh, interesting.
So what I have is I have printed off for each of you a promo that is just basically for Seth. It's a Yelp review for a cafe, which I would like you to read, but in the style of one of your great in-ring promos.
Wow.
If you don't mind.
I was going to say, if you just want me to read one of my own negative Yelp reviews. I have a few of them.
So you want him to get in the Yelp reviews fast, don't you?
You hate this Yelp review.
This is a positive Yelp review.
This is what I do.
Build it up.
But it builds like you've got a catchphrase at the end too. Go for it.
Okay, we'll see how it goes. Look, fair warning, I haven't seen these before this second. I didn't even know this was happening, so I'll do my best here. Let's see where we go. I stumbled upon this hidden gem and couldn't be more thrilled to share my delightful experience. And from the moment I stepped through the door, I was greeted by a warm smile and a sweet, sweet smell of chocolate chip muffins. The ambiance. Ooh, the ambiance. It's a perfect blend of cozy and chic. The decor is tasteful, the seating comfortable, the natural light streaming in adds a touch of tranquility. Whether you're catching up with friends, working remotely, or simply want to bury yourself into a good book, this cafe provides the ideal setting. And don't you dare leave without trying the mango passion fruit smoothie. 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars.
Okay, Becky.
Nailed it. That was amazing.
All right, the bar has been set. Okay, Seth, you had a Yelp review for a cafe.
Yep.
Becky, you have a Tinder profile for a man.
The man is going to do
for the man.
Becky, the man, for the man.
A Tinder profile for a man.
For a man.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
All right, get it in his face.
This music really helps.
Wow.
Get his face,
Get it.
Just a 37-year-old guy navigating the roller coaster of life with a smile on his face. Day by day, I'm conquering the professional world. By night, I'm a connoisseur of good vibes, great company, and love. My love language is words of affection, but don't be mistaken. I love cuddling, holding hands, kissing, and I'm always good for a head scratch. Family comes first, and if you've got a problem with me, still calling my parents mommy and daddy, then you better swipe left. I like my relationships how I like my movies, full of plot twists, laughter, and a few explosions. Swipe right for the rom-com of a lifetime. And please, no one-night stands.
Drop the mic. This is why we are looking at our 2 main events for WrestleMania. It all goes down Saturday at Elimination Chamber.
Who is this guy?
I don't know.
Who's that guy?
Yeah, that sounds interesting to you.
About that cafe,
Or if you feel like a great mango smoothie, call now. And we'll
Mango
you know,
passion fruit.
5 stars, sorry.
Don't forget the passion fruit.
This Tinder guy won't.
Oh, man, we had a mango passion fruit pavlova last
it was
night.
delicious.
Oh, did you?
Dinner, yeah, very nice.
Where did you go?
Nice.
Where did you go? Do you remember?
C restaurant?
restaurant.
The rotating one. I've never been to that.
Rotating boy.
Yeah, it was
very
lovely.
nice.
Does it spin quickly or?
No.
It's so much so that but it's subtle, and if you go to the toilet when you come back, you can't find the table.
Yeah,
Like,
that's tricky. Yeah, that part was
So you're like literally going home to someone else. Oh, you'll do.
Sat down at Rhea Ripley's table going, oh, God, what have I done? So before you came to Perth, what were you being told to expect about this wonderful city of ours? It was like, you got to go see a quokka. You got to do this, you got to do that. What were the highlights that people were telling you about Perth?
So I used to live with a girl from Perth.
Well, hell we go.
Yeah, when I was a flight attendant back in the day, another lifetime ago.
You must have been an amazing flight attendant.
I was actually a very good one.
What do you mean you want to blanket?
You do what she said. Yeah, you do what she said.
All right. Put on the face mask.
Yeah, so she was telling me to go to the beach at sunset. She had a name. What was the beach?
Cottesloe.
Yeah.
But any beach, you can see it.
Yeah, she said it was just magical.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah.
Seth, what did you used to do if Becky was a flight attendant?
Dog, I've never done anything but this.
This is it.
Yeah,
This is my only adult job. Yeah, I never wanted to do anything else. I mean, look, I had odd jobs for the first few years because I couldn't pay the bills. So I worked at like YMCAs and restaurants and like UPS and stuff like that. It's like sorting packages in the morning and stuff. But like, this is all I ever wanted to do. Yeah, this is it. So I just I did that to subsidize my pro wrestling habit, and that was it.
And it's paid off.
Yeah, good.
Knock on wood. Thank you. Yeah.
Have you ever left your belt behind somewhere? Your championship title? Like, because I assume...
Because you take it everywhere.
I assume it's just in the carry-on, or like if you go out...
Yeah,
people go, oh, wow, that's the best tip I ever got.
Because they don't actually fit in your pant loops, these belts.
They don't.
Certainly don't. I mean, I got some big pant loops.
Excuse me, Nathan, it's a championship title. How dare you?
Oh.
It is not just a belt.
Yeah.
Lord forbid. I just thought it was a really nice accessory.
That it is as well. No, I don't think I've ever lost it, actually.
But is it up to you to look after it for the entirety of your reign?
Prized possession.
Yes, it is.
You don't forget about it.
Yeah, it goes in the bag. It goes everywhere. It's, wherever I need to be and there's like a show or an interview or whatever, it comes with.
Are they real diamonds?
I don't know what they are.
Do you mean on his jacket?
I don't know what they are.
No, on the belt. On the belt.
So when it goes through the security check-in at the airport and it shows up on the X-ray, what happens?
Always a nervous moment. Yeah, always. Because I really would like to avoid opening.
Let's also, just quickly. Let's also just assume you're not dressed in a sequin jumpsuit like you are at the moment.
Standardly,
whose wrestling championship belt is this?
Standardly, I do not dress this way. I'm very low key, especially when we go through airports, so as to not be noticed. But yeah, there's always that moment where you hold your breath and you're like, please don't open the bag, please don't. But the person always kind of goes.
Hang on a second.
Side eye, just a little side eye, just to see who it is, and then it passes through. Sometimes they do open it though, and then
I want to have a look.
Oh, hey, is this yours?
Yeah.
Whose is this? Hey, who's that?
It looks good.
Is this yours? Oh, is that real? The standard fare.
Your outfits are next level as well. I would love there to be a luggage mishap as well, where someone else gets your suitcases. They get to Perth for a whole day and go, shit.
I don't think that's not what they would say. They'd be very excited. I would be the one with the other bag.
Yeah. What do you mean, a plain white T-shirt? Come on.
Oh, this is so exciting.
Well, we're very excited. Thank you so much. We feel like we've been blessed by royalty with you guys coming in.
I don't know if you know this, but Rove Mcmanus over here is quite a big deal.
Yes.
Australia-wide celebrity.
Look like
best friends with Pink. Let me go on. So,
all right, nice.
Him being here, this is
so
like
passionate.
This is Disneyland to you, isn't it? This is Disneyland to you.
I won a competition, and I'm just very chuffed to be here. But yes, let me reiterate: just Saturday night is going to be great. Whether you're going to be watching it on binge, whether you're going to be live in person.
Yeah.
Like me.
Even if you're swimming to rottenness.
Yeah. But I hope you give Grayson Waller what he deserves.
Which is what? Are you a fan? You're a fan of Rhea. Are you a fan of Grayson?
No, Grayson's fine. You can do whatever you want to him. That's fine. You lay him out.
Did he win Survivor?
Stump him.
Did he win?
No, he didn't win. But he was just one of the villains that everyone loved to hate. He's one of those few that I'm not sure... It'll be interesting to see how the crowd takes to him.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. Look, I'm hoping for a good time. I don't need to be fighting nobody, but if he does have a tendency to run his mouth, so we'll be on guard.
Imagine a wrestler running their mouth.
And Becky, good luck for the chamber.
Good luck.
What happens after that is out of my hands.
I cannot see what you're going to be doing to her face.
Yes. Run the kisser.
That's ready. All right, we're out of here. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you, Rove.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks,
Becky.
Becky.
Thanks,
Thanks, guys.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.